Hey guys, it's me Dave and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we have the Knights of Ren transport ship, which I don't even understand why they named it that because the actual ship name is called the Night Buzzard. I'm not really understanding why that wasn't used because that's the official name from Lucasfilm. But anyhow, set number is 75284, ages 9 plus, has a retail price of $70 US. I do want to thank LEGO for providing the set for review. That's why it has this yellow not for sale sticker on it. So, this is an interesting ship. If you enjoyed The Rise of Skywalker, then I think you'll probably want to pick up this set. $70 doesn't seem too bad for this set, but we're going to have to review it. I'm curious to see what the functions are on this set. Does it really look good in person? It's kind of already a desirable set because of these two minifigures. We've gotten 4 out of the 6 Knights of Ren, and so these are the last 2 that we didn't get in the initial Rise of Skywalker wave back in December or November of 2019. So if you really want the entire Knights of Ren collection, you'll have to pick up the set, or you can just buy them off Bricklink, but I'm sure they'll be expensive. You're probably better off buying the set. And then, of course, we get a Rey figure. This does look like a pretty cool set. I do like the design. It's different. It doesn't look exactly like what we've gotten previous, sequel trilogy set, so I appreciate a unique design. And it'll look pretty good next to Kylo Ren's shuttle, I think, because now we have the updated black version with the actual folding wings, so we'll have to see if that looks good next to it as well. I'm really excited to review this set, so I'm going to go ahead and open this, build it, and we'll take a look at it. Alright guys, so the set is now built, but as always, let's go ahead and start off looking at the minifigures. Okay, so first up is Rey. I don't believe this is a new version of Rey from Rise of Skywalker. I could be wrong here, but either way, it's basically Rey with her robe outfit from Rise of Skywalker. She has the normal 3-bun hairpiece. If I take that off, you'll see she has a dual-sided head with more of a smile on one side and more of a upset smirk on the other. So that is Rey. And up first is one of the Knights of Ren figures you get in the set. LEGO just calls them Knights of Ren on the box. There's 2 different versions of this figure. That's because there's 6 members of the Knights of Ren. We've gotten the other 4 in different Rise of Skywalker sets. Now we're getting the final 2 here to complete the 6 of Knights of Ren, so that's really nice. So we have a new torso and leg print with some very nice details. You can actually see there's very small lines on it, so there's a great amount of detail here. Some grenades, it looks like, some bullets. Has a very strange looking gun here. I'm not exactly sure what it does. He has a specific helmet here that's looks like something out of the Knights. Underneath that is just a normal blank Lego head. Putting the helmet back on, you can see we have some very nice mesh details. Again, it's like a very faint chrome mesh printing, which looks really good. So nice looking figure. The whole figure itself is like this gunmetal gray color. It's got a little shine to it. It's not quite Lego gray, and that's totally cool. But yeah, so it's a nice looking minifigure. And lastly, we have another Knights of Ren figure. Again, we don't know their names. This might be my favorite out of the 6 Knights of Ren. I really like this helmet design. Something about it's really cool looking. Again, we have another new torso and leg print here. Some chrome details. It's more of a robe looking design on this particular Knights of Ren. Taking a look at the back, there's just a bunch of lines on his robe. He has a new specific looking helmet that looks pretty cool. He also has kind of this dual pistol going on here. And again, just like the other one, we have another black head, and it all is in this gunmetal gray color, which looks really nice. Great looking figure, no complaints here. I'm really glad we have all 6 Knights of Ren that are available if you want to actually purchase all the different sets. I'm sure if you try to purchase these minifigures separately, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Not literally, because, that's a horrible Star Wars joke. All right, so moving on to the actual set. Again, I'm going to call it the Night Buzzard because that's its real name that Lucasfilm calls it. I'm not sure why LEGO didn't actually call it the Night Buzzard, but here it is. So it's actually a pretty decent set. However, when you turn it over, you might be pretty disappointed to know that the fact that it's basically a hollow shell. There's nothing on the inside. There is no interior, really. There's 2 little areas where you can open little hatchways to place your Knights of Ren minifigures, so they can just kind of stick in here like so if that's what you want them to do. That's up to you whether you want to have them there or not, but there's no particular area for them to actually like hide on the inside. You cannot fit all 6 Knights of Ren in here, so that's kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. That's probably the downer part of this set. Thankfully, it is, you know, it's very sturdy. It's a good looking set from the top angle, but there's really nothing going on in the interior, which is quite unfortunate. There is a bunch of different guns, so you have 1, 2, and 3 different gunner areas, and then if you count the stud shooters here, which by the way, that's its only function really, other than the hatches. So you can click. There's 2 different Technic rods on both sides to shoot some stud shooters. So I'll go ahead and do it again. Or I keep calling them stud shooters, but they're spring-loaded missiles. Excuse me. Nothing that really moves. These panels can move, but I don't know why you would want to move them. These are pretty stationary. There is some nice piping design right here. There's no place for Ray to hang out, and you have to be a little careful on this front part. I don't know why, but these right here will tend to come loose, especially these gray pieces, but not super big deal. So, I mean, this is a $70 set, and the interior is lacking, and the play functions are a little lacking. You have some nice outer detail. Here's like a radar dish. You have some engines on the back. You do have permanent landing gear, so these 3 different landing gear pieces are stationary. They don't retract or anything. So my final thoughts on this set are, what you see is what you get. That's the best way to kind of describe this set. It looks good. The Night Buzzard is pretty accurate looking. It's actually very accurate looking. I think it looks really nice. It's a cool set. It's not overly big. I'm sure a lot of you would wish it was a little bigger, but you know, I like the size, and it looks like a $70 set until you actually like start looking around it and you're like, oh god, Lego kind of didn't really think this one through. There's no interior other than these hatches. You cannot fit all 6 Knights of Ren in it. There's no place for Ray. That's okay, but I mean, if you wanted to take Ray as a prisoner, you couldn't really do that with this set. These 2 Knights of Ren figures are very nice, and probably one of the only reasons to purchase this set, honestly. Unless you really want the Night Buzzard, which, you know, fair enough. It's a cool ship. If you want to have the full 6 Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren, then, I mean, I can totally understand why you'd want to have this set to kind of complete that. So if you're, you know, a big fan, a big completionist, then I think this is probably worth picking up. Is it worth $70 for this set? Probably not. This feels more like a $50 set, $60. That's only a $10, $20 difference. So, I mean, it's not a, you know, huge hike or price markup for what you're getting. You are getting exclusive minifigures, which definitely help out the lackluster features on this set. But, I mean, it's ultimately up to you whether you want to spend, you know, $70 on this set. I can imagine the set will definitely be $60 or $50 at some point on sale on, you know, different retailers will price it differently, but I don't think this is a day one purchase. I think maybe at some point you might want to pick this up to finish off your Knights of Ren collection if you picked up the Rise of Skywalker sets earlier in 2019 or later in 2019. So it's up to you guys. I mean, it's a solid build, just no interior functions. There's nothing going on here. Then what you see is what you get. So up to you on that. That's my final thoughts. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Definitely check out my other LEGO Star Wars set reviews. Thanks again to LEGO for providing this full review as well. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.